Feeling overwhelmed by your finances? Do you feel like your paycheck just vanishes into thin air every month? You're not alone. Budgeting can feel complicated, restrictive, and honestly, a bit of a drag. But what if I told you there's a simple, powerful rule that can completely change how you manage your money, and it only involves 3 numbers? Stick around, because today we're breaking down the 50-30-20 rule, a budgeting method so straightforward you can set it up in minutes and finally feel in control of your financial future. So, what is this magic formula? The 50-30-20 rule is a simple guideline for allocating your after-tax income. Imagine your paycheck after Uncle Sam has taken his share. This is the number we're working with. The rule suggests dividing that income into 3 categories: 50% for your needs, 30% for your wants, and 20% for your savings and debt repayment. That's it. No crazy spreadsheets, no tracking every single penny. It's about creating broad categories that give you both structure and flexibility. Let's dive into the biggest slice of the pie, the 50% for needs. These are your absolute must-haves, the expenses you can't live without. We're talking about things like your rent or mortgage payment, your utility bills like electricity and water, your essential groceries, transportation to get to work, and crucial insurance payments like health or car insurance. Basically, if you absolutely need it to live and work safely and healthily, it falls into this category. The goal is to keep these essential costs at or below half of your take-home pay. If you find they're taking up more than 50%, it might be a sign that your housing is too expensive or your utility usage is high, giving you a clear area to focus on for potential savings. Now for the fun part, the 30% for wants. This is your lifestyle money. It is everything you spend money on that makes life more enjoyable but isn't strictly necessary for survival. Think about your hobbies, that daily latte, dinners out with friends, your Netflix subscription, shopping for new clothes, or tickets to a concert. This category is all about balance. It's designed to prevent budget burnout. A budget that's too strict is like a crash diet. It's not sustainable. By intentionally setting aside money for fun, you're giving yourself permission to enjoy your life without guilt, which makes you far more likely to stick with your budget in the long run. Remember, financial wellness isn't just about saving. It's about creating a life you love. Finally, and arguably the most important for your future self, is the 20% for savings and debt repayment. This is where you pay yourself first. This 20% is your powerhouse for building wealth and achieving financial freedom. It includes contributions to your retirement accounts, adding money to your emergency fund, saving up for a down payment on a house, or making extra payments on high-interest debt like credit cards or personal loans. Why is this so crucial? Because this is the money that works for you. It's your safety net in case of an emergency, and it's the engine that will grow your wealth over time through investing. Automating this 20% is a game changer. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings or investment accounts right after you get paid. This way, you save without even thinking about it. Let's make this real with an example. Now, I know what you might be thinking. My life doesn't fit perfectly into these boxes. And you're right. The 50-30-20 rule is not a rigid law. It's a flexible framework. Think of it as a starting point. If you live in a high cost of living area, your needs might creep up to 55% or even 60%. That's okay. It just means you'll need to adjust your wants category down to compensate. Maybe you cut back on dining out for a while to make it work. On the other hand, if you're aggressively trying to pay off debt or save for a big goal, you might flip the script. You could aim for a 50-20-30 split, reducing your wants to just 20% and supercharging your savings and debt repayment to 30%. The beauty of this rule is its adaptability. You can customize the percentages to fit your unique financial situation and goals. The key is to be intentional with your adjustments. So, how do you get started? It's super simple. First, calculate your monthly after-tax income. This is your net pay, the actual amount that hits your bank account. Second, track your spending for 1 month. You can use a simple notebook, a spreadsheet, or a budgeting app. This will give you a clear picture of where your money is actually going. Don't judge yourself, just gather the data. Third, categorize your expenses into needs, wants, and savings. Be honest with yourself. Is that daily coffee a true need, or is it a want? Finally, compare your actual spending to the 50-30-20 targets. Where are the discrepancies? This is your roadmap for change. If your wants are at 40% and your savings are at 10%, you know exactly where you need to make adjustments to align with your financial goals. The 50-30-20 rule is more than just a budget. It's a mindset shift. It moves you from reactive spending to proactive planning. It empowers you to make conscious decisions about your money, ensuring that you're not just living for today, but also building a secure and prosperous tomorrow. It takes the guesswork out of financial planning and gives you a simple, sustainable path to follow. By embracing this framework, you can reduce financial stress, crush your debt, and start building the life you've always dreamed of, one paycheck at a time. It's about finding that sweet spot between responsibility and enjoyment. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this breakdown helps you simplify your finances and feel more confident about your money. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you won't miss our future videos on personal finance. What's your biggest budgeting challenge? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take control and budget wisely.